Mumbai. Indian Navy making 2 changes to their 11 today. Vishnu comes back in goal despite that penalty save from Robinson in the last match. Abhishek makes his first start of the competition at centre-back. Novin has pushed forward as part of a midfield 4. Brito, the captain, is on the left, and Inayeth on the right. Tapper and Pinto have started all 3 games up front, but are still looking for a goal between them. There is Pinto. Looked lively in the last match against Jamshedpur. Plenty of youth on the Mumbai bench today. Nathan, Franklin and Chikara will all hope to get some game time. Jojo is the player that drops out for Indian Navy as well as Robinson. He's on the bench. He picked up a yellow card in the last match against Jamshedpur. Well, Mumbai in their familiar sky blue. A kick from left to right in the first half, looking to continue their 100% record. 1 goal conceded, 8 goals scored in their opening 2 matches here. And of course, looking to make up for losing out in the final to Bengaluru last year. 2-1. They were beaten before heading on to that very successful season in the Indian domestic leagues. Straight away, you can see it is a back 3 with Bipin pushed up as part of that midfield 4. Interesting to see Van Niff in the back line today. We thought he had a good game in midfield in their last match against Jamshedpur, but Des Buckingham obviously trying him in a variety of positions.
Yeah, I think looking at Van Niff in the previous matches, it was clear that he likes to play like a deep midfielder role who likes to be in that defensive line and put these kind of long balls in for his teammates like Changte and Vikram Pratap who have a lot of pace in them. And that is perhaps the reason why this Buckingham has chosen to rotate his squad a little bit and try a different personnel in the starting 11.
Van Nief starting in the middle of that back 3 with Mehtab on the left. Indian Navy used to compete in the Mumbai Football League. They won that league a couple of times back in the late 50s. Here's Pinto. Brito. Picked up a yellow card in that match against Jamshedpur last time out. Pinto. To Novin, who played in the back 4 in the last match, pushed into midfield. Slight change of formation for them today, having gone 4-2-3-1 against Jamshedpur. Van Niff just caught slightly out of position, and the shot goes well over the top. But Tapper finding a little bit of space in behind. There's Abhilash, the Indian Navy coach, but not a bad first shot, but way off target in the end.
Yeah, I think it was fairly easy for Van Niff to just keep himself very close to Thapa and not allow him a lot of space to get that shot off the target.
So they have only scored once so far, Indian Navy. That was a 97th minute penalty in their opening match. That defeat to Mohammedan, scored by Brito. Didn't have too many chances in their last match just a couple of days ago. They did only play on Thursday against Jamshedpur at the Mohan Bagan ground, which is in the shadow of the stadium we are now, the VYBK, or the Salt Lake Stadium as it's more affectionately known. Vikram, who looks as though he started on the right rather than over on the left.
Yeah, I think it's just a part of that rotation, wants to give that space for Bipin to keep pushing forward. That's where he's most comfortable and has lots of quality, running in behind the defenders for that long ball and taking shots off when he can.
Brito. Good ball out to Inayath. 2 in the middle. Plenty of blue shirts back behind the ball. Tied it up easily by Apoya. Stewart. Vikram again, who's already seen quite a lot of the ball in these opening minutes. Navjot Singh is the fullback. Good running here by Changte. You know what you're going to get with Lalinzola Changte, of course. Pereira Diaz back to goal. Lays it back for Stewart. That'll be a penalty. Greg Stewart brought down Or has he given it the other way?
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a free kick just outside the penalty area. But you can already see that quality from Mumbai City. Greg Stewart just at the edge of the penalty area gets a tackle in from behind, and a free kick awarded to Mumbai City.
To be fair to Pinto, actually, I'm not too sure he made contact with Greg Stewart there. He seemed to just scuff the ground as he went to shoot. It was right on the edge of the penalty area. Could have been slightly more controversial had the ball been just inside. There's Buckingham already lively on the sidelines. The first test maybe here for Vishnu in the Indian Navy goal. Stewart, we know about his prowess from free kicks from this sort of range. Changte's there as well. Everybody back behind the ball for Indian Navy.
An early test there for Vishnu.
It is Stewart, went for a low one. No real pace on it. Comfortably defended by Indian Navy.
It looked like it came off Pereira Diaz there, who was just a little wide of that ball.
Rolbeke. So Mumbai know they're going to have a lot of games this season. They've got at least 6, of course, in the AFC Champions League. This is their 3rd game here. They're already through to the quarterfinals. So it is all about conditioning a whole squad, not just your 11 starting players. And we've seen the likes of Chikara and Vinit Rai and Staljeev Stalin all come on and get minutes in this competition as well.
You could see there Changte operating on the left flank with the Bipin. So it's clear that there is a lot of rotation happening. There's a lot of free role given to the attacking players, especially on the wings. Vikram Pratap, Changte switching flanks. Just keeping the possession, Mumbai City.
And by trying to press, that was Tapper winning the ball back. Nana Guerra out wide again for Vikram. Under pressure from Navjot, who normally plays as a centre-back. Navjot Singh, he has been employed as a full-back in this competition. Playing in his 4th Durand Cup.
This was the through ball for Vikram. Wasn't able to make the most of it. Could have probably just driven the ball inside the penalty area. But he has got a huge boost, getting another start for Mumbai today, having got a goal in the last game against Jamshedpur FC. And in an interview, he did mention that he's looking to ferment and cement his place in the starting 11 and wants to contribute to the club through more goals.
18 appearances, Vikram, all off the bench for Mumbai. Did manage to get a couple of goals last season, very much part of their plans going forward. We did see those multiple changes coming in the final 2 league games once the title was wrapped up. The likes of Hallan and Chikara getting a start against East Bengal. That's a slice behind from Vikram.
Not a great effort there from Vikram. Had a lot of time. Good ball forward, but just wasn't able to keep it in play. You did mention about the youngsters as well. We've talked about the big signings and the big players, foreign players in this Mumbai City side, but they've also got a good, strong squad of Indian youngsters. And the average age of the Indian players in this Mumbai City team is 22 years. So a lot of young talent as well. Few of them being Ayush Chikara, Gurkirat Singh, Sanjeev Stalin, who've all got a chance to play in this Durand Cup campaign.
Nice ball over the top from Nogueira. This is Bipin Pereira. Diaz allowed to run. Vikram goes back across goal, cleared off the line. Still it's not cleared. Bipin eventually fires in the shot, but what a chance for Mumbai to take the lead. Lovely through ball once again. Both Bipin and Vikram getting involved with their pace down the sidelines, but Vikram will probably feel he should have scored again.
Good ball forward from Stewart for Bipin, and manages to get it across for Pereira Diaz, but Bikram should have done better in that situation, should have kept it on target. Was almost an open goal. The keeper was out of position and should have got his name on the score sheet and given Mumbai City a lead.
Vivekananda was the defender on the line, in behind Vishnu, the goalkeeper. The Indian Navy survived for now, but it could be a busy afternoon for their defenders, you feel, with the form that Mumbai have been in at the moment. They scored 54 goals in the league last season, of course, a new record, 14 victories. Looked as if they were going to go through the whole season unbeaten until they did make changes towards the end and lost out to Bengaluru and East Bengal. They await their quarter-final opponents, of course. Just a few more group games to go. Already qualified with Mumbai, East Bengal, FC Goa, Chennai and Gokulam Kerala, who are already through. All the 6 group winners going through, of course, and the 2 best runners-up, rather, heading into the quarterfinals. That's down the line again for Bipin, looking to try and get in behind Pradesh. Deep in their own half here, Indian Navy. They have managed to get the ball away, though. No one far enough forward. Van Neef on to Raul Beke. There's a Poya. Another foul on Greg Stewart. So it will be another free kick to Mumbai.
Yeah, it will be an uphill task for Indian Navy today. Mumbai City commit so many players forward and there's so much rotation happening. It's never easy for the opponents to track the players and defend.
Free kick will have to be taken again. He is very good at drawing the foul, Greg Stewart. He was one of the most foul players last season. Very difficult to dispossess when he's on the ball. The players instinctively just tend to tap his ankles and stop him in any way they can. His free kick floated in, just taken away from Mehtab. Did that take a touch? Yes, it did. It's a corner to Mumbai.
The delivery was perhaps aimed towards Mehtab, who was making that run to the far post. Just defender doing well to deflect the ball and concede a corner. But yes, Greg Stewart has exceptional skills and more importantly, great awareness on the field.
Yeah, very much a late developer in terms of a professional career, Greg Stewart. Good ball in again, header in front of goal. Turned in by Changte, but I think the flag's up for offside. He was right on the goal line, Changte. Won't count, we'll have a look at that in a moment. Here come Indian Navy trying to respond. Brito. Van Nif once again gets there first and just guides it back to Perbalachempa.
Yeah, Changte looked offside on that corner. You can see that he's the last man standing there. The Indian Navy defenders move up and he's the last one to touch the ball and get advantage of that position.
A good decision by the assistant referee on this near side. Here's Mehtab. Mumbai threatening, though. A couple of times already they've looked as if they were going to take the lead. Denied by that clearance from Vivekananda. Mehtab.
What's really interesting for Mumbai City is that they dominate going forward. They have good intent and quality in the final third, but the discipline that they have when they lose the ball, for all the players to track back immediately, be organized, and give nothing away, is something that is very unique for Mumbai City. Here's the foul on Changte. Just that frustration that building up on in Indian Navy players.
Yeah, Navjot Singh with the foul. Here's that disallowed goal once again. It's a good ball in from Greg Stewart. Don't think it would have gone in without the touch from Chang Tae, so he instinctively put a foot on the ball. As Indian Navy have participated in plenty of Durand Cups, this is their 5th appearance. Only won a couple of games in the past. They only scored once last year as well. As say, they were beaten 4-1 by Mumbai in their opening game, lost to Mohun Bagan and Rajasthan United. A creditable 0-0 with East Bengal with their only point. Metab's throw. Stewart. 3 defenders around him, managed to still pick out a blue shirt. Nguera. Ralbeke. Into the feet of Nguera once again. Making these Indian Navy midfielders work hard at the moment, Mumbai. Metab. Now Bipin. Chance to run at Pradesh.
The possession being dominated by Mumbai City, but you have to give credit to Indian Navy for staying organized and staying compact, not allowing a lot of space for Mumbai City to play forward passes. They've had to switch from side to side, but here comes Bipin.
Lovely ball again to Bipin, just out of the reach of Pereira Diaz. Vikram back across goal. Comes out to Nguera. Off the line again. And they're leading a charmed life at the moment. That Indian Navy goal, they were queuing up in the middle. Still, they can't find a way through.
Bipin coming in from the left flank. Great cross in for Pereira Diaz, but Vikram manages to keep the ball in. Stewart just being very unlucky to not score there. Great piece of defending from Indian Navy. From the line, Abhishek there, putting his head and clearing the ball.
Still goalless. 17 minutes gone. Be a foul on. It's actually given against Nguera from Sabjit, who wins the free kick.
Nguera not happy with that decision. Didn't want the let go of the ball. Slowing the game down a little bit.
Had a good game in midfield against Jamshedpur. Sabjit was at Minerva's academy, then moved to Delhi FC. There's Van Neef's header. Hasn't looked out of place. Of course, we'll expect to see Ruston Griffiths in there once the season gets underway for Mumbai. Van Neef has been brought in as a pretty much replacement for Ahmed Jahi. Pereira Diaz on the chase again. Vishnu had to play it. It wasn't quite going to drop inside the area, and he got away with that one, the goalkeeper. But once again, Pereira Diaz chasing down those lost causes and almost causing the keeper a few problems.
Very calm indeed by Vishnu there. I got a little nervous there for Vishnu for a second, but he looked like he was in control of that situation.
Subject. We are still averaging 3 goals a game. Exactly 28 games so far have produced 84 goals in this Indian Oil Durand Cup. Mumbai have scored 8 of those. Here's Vivekananda. Pradesh. Pradesh again with Inayath outside him. They haven't really got Inayath into the game. He and Brito did swap midway through the first half in the game against Jamshedpur. Here's again Inayath. Pinto having to go deep. Now Inayath with a chance to cross. He's only got Brito and Tapper to aim for. Poor touch from Sabjit. Rolbeke putting Perbala Chempa under pressure. Good play by Naguera, though, to spin away from Pinto. Abhilash urging his players to get back behind the ball as Mumbai look to try and mount another attack. Apoya.
Yeah, that could have been a very risky situation for Rahul Beke. Almost made a blind pass there for Lachempa. But Lachempa being very aware and gets the ball out of the danger area. Gets the help from Naguera. But yet again, Mumbai City come with another attack.
Rolbeke.
But Indian Navy did well there to put some pressure, keep the possession in the attacking third. We've not seen much of that so far from Indian Navy.
Bipin. Pradesh has given him a lot of space here. Goes back to Metab. Naguera. Lovely play from Naguera. That little disguise to buy himself some space. Bipin gets the ball in with his weaker foot, but straight into the arms of Vishnu.
A little wasteful effort there. Had plenty of blue shirts in the attacking third. Not sure if he was trying to pick up Changte on a run. Didn't really have the coordination between the two.
Here's Navjot Singh for Indian Navy, who are still looking for their first point. It's a Mumbai ball right in front of Des Buckingham. You can hear the coaches quite clearly shouting their instructions. Abhilash on his feet again for Indian Navy. Vikram. Good play. Good game from Vikram. Stewart. Naguera, lovely ball. Changte, the touch was a little heavy, but he recovered well. Good save, Vishnu. Had to hurry the shot a little there, Changte, after what wasn't a great first touch, but still forced the goalkeeper into a save.
And that was a great save from Vishnu. But you have to give credit for that through ball for Changte. I think it was Pereira Diaz on that occasion who played that ball towards Changte. But great positioning from Vishnu to deny the first goal for Mumbai City.
Vikram. They did frustrate Mumbai last year until first half stoppage time, Indian Navy. It was Vikram's goal in the 49th minute that put them in front. And a similar pattern emerging here as we approach the halfway point of the first half. Stewart run brilliantly. It's Changte. Good save again, Vishnu. Pereira Diaz was looking for that. Just played sideways. He would have had an open goal. Changte went for goal and forces Vishnu into another save.
Vishnu's denied Changte twice now. Both really good opportunities for Changte. Great play there from Stewart to leave the ball for Changte. And we've spoken about his awareness on the field and knew Changte was behind him. This was the first occasion where Vishnu denied Changte. Tried to go the other way in the second time, but Vishnu up to the task second time around as well.
Metab. Now Van Neef. Certainly all Mumbai at the moment, soaking up a lot of pressure here, Indian Navy. You only feel it's a matter of time before Mumbai could find themselves with an opening goal, but it can be a funny game at times, football. Here's Rolbeke. Naguera. Van Neef coming forward. It's the position we're more used to seeing him in. Bipin again. Offside. Just went the wrong side of Pradesh to gather that pass from Van Nif.
Indian Navy doing well to stay compact and maintain the line at the back. There are 5 defenders they're playing with right now. Never easy when you have to defend in most of the time.
Just offside. First of our double headers today for you, coming up a little bit later on at 16:45. It's Durand FC against Odisha. Odisha have looked good so far. Durand lost both their opening 2 matches. Changte, good challenge from Navjot.
Changte playing a little wide compared to Vikram, who is really hugging the line there and playing in the flank. But it's good for the Indian players also to adapt to different situations, to adapt to different places they're made to play by their manager.
Laid back by Bipin. Yeah, of course, Des Buckingham did play an all-Indian squad at the Hero Super Cup at the end of the season. Gave his foreign players some time off after what was a busy campaign. Didn't manage to make it through the group on that occasion. So a bit of a learning curve for the Indian players. It's gone for a corner.
Now Beke again with a long ball towards Vikram, not able to keep it in play.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, that style of Mumbai. Obviously, normally in the league season, we would see Bipin and Changte either side of Pereira Diaz, but clearly that ball over the top is going to be something they're going to probably use a lot this season. I'm sure defensive coaches from the other ISL teams will be watching the way Mumbai are actually approaching these matches. Stewart's corner, all the way to Mehtab at the back post. Raul Beke trying to get there, but into the side netting for a goal kick.
You're right, Mark. This is an opportunity for Vikram to prove himself and really be a strong contender in the starting 11 as the season progresses. Has got a chance today. Has had a few opportunities as well. Not able to really put a shot on target yet.
Foul by Pereira Diaz. That's such a good season last season, of course. 11 goals in 20 appearances, following on from the 8 that he scored at the Kerala Blasters the previous season on loan. But they don't just rely on him. Goals from everywhere. From Changte, from Bipin, from Stewart. Really is an embarrassment of riches in terms of those that can score goals. That's out as far as Novin. Thought about the shot, does eventually get the shot in, which was blocked. Raul Beke stood his ground to deny Inayat. Subject.
Indian Navy slowly getting into the match and keeping the possession, building attack.
Wayward from Vishnu. That one pleased his coach, having just had that little spell of pressure where they managed to get a couple of efforts in, but neither which were able to trouble Verbala Chempa.
A strong defense. I did mention this earlier, that the discipline Mumbai City has, even when they lose the possession, how quickly each player falls back and makes the area really compact, is something that gives them the advantage in maintaining a clean sheet. And that is definitely an objective for Mumbai City and for Des Buckingham. And perhaps that's the reason why we've not really seen Lachenpa being tested tonight as well. Good
Firmly
defensive.
established himself as the #1 goalkeeper now for Mumbai. Mohamed Nawaz having to be content with the place on the bench. That's Bipin trying to get in behind Pradesh once again. Comes in with the challenge to concede the throw. And that will be the water break in the first half. It is hot here, so water break has become a part of the game in the warm conditions, of course. But Mumbai haven't really got into second gear, Aditi, you feel, yet. They have had the better chances, but they haven't made the breakthrough, more importantly.
Yeah, I think that we might see some changes in the tactics, or especially in the flanks. I feel haven't been as productive as you would usually expect from Mumbai City. Of course, a different formation and different players being presented in the starting 11. These were the chances where Mumbai City came really close. Again, I feel here Vikram Pratap should have done better, should have kept it on target. This was the second opportunity where Stewart was denied by Abhishek on the goal line.
Yeah, they kept opening up that Indian Navy defence. Lovely ball through from Naguera to find Changte. A good save by Vishnu. And then just a couple of minutes later, he pulled off an equally good save to deny Changte. But Pereira Diaz, furious, he just wanted that played to the side. He would have walked it into an empty net. But Vishnu, at the moment, has kept his side in this at 0-0.
Yeah, Vishnu's played an important role, but you also have to give credit to the entire Indian Navy team. They've stayed compact and also gone forward to really test Mumbai City's defense as well. Because Mumbai City are and were the clear favorites going into this game, but the score line still stands 0-0.
And members of the Armed Forces looking on. It is the Armed Forces tournament, of course. East Bengal and Mohun Bagan have 16 Indian Oil Durand Cups each over the years. Will Mohun Bagan make it through to the quarterfinals? They can only, well, they have finished second in their group. They await the completion of the group stages to see if 6 points will be enough to go through as one of those two best second place teams. Northeast United are in action tomorrow. They, of course, will hope to go through as well. They're currently on 4 points in second place in their group. Will be a throw into Mumbai, which Mehtab Singh will come forward to take. Goes all the way back to Joel Van Niff. 32 minutes played here in Kolkata. Still goalless in Group B between Mumbai and the Indian Navy. Well cut out again by Brito this time, back on defensive duty. Sabjit.
We've not seen a great amount of intensity and tempo in this game. Mumbai City not able to really put an accelerator. It's hard sometimes, especially when you're playing against a very defensive team.
All the way back to Vishnu. There's Navjot Singh. Plays that off Vikram. Ball stays in play though. Given away again. Pereira Diaz. Vikram. Patient from Mumbai. They always know where there's a blue shirt. There's Buckingham very clear ideas in the kind of style that he wants his teams to play. He's been so successful, of course, in previous roles. Here's Pereira Diaz! Fine finish. That's what you expect from the Argentinian. Set up by Bipin. He's fired it with real pace. It's flicked the foot of the post and gone in, well out of the reach of Vishnu. And Mumbai have made the breakthrough in the 34th minute. It's Pereira Diaz who's the now joint top scorer in the competition. Great finish, though.
Mumbai City finally getting that lead. Great ball forward from Greg Stewart. Bipin Singh on that left flank, and great awareness shown by Bipin and composure to find Pereira Diaz and just help him put the ball at the back of the net.
Yeah, great awareness, knew exactly where the goal was. Pereira Diaz didn't need to look up, just swung a boot and got real pace behind the shot. It's a fourth goal for him. He goes level with FC Goa's Noah Sudoi. Was 11 goals last season in the league for the Argentinian as well. Been a good acquisition for Mumbai as they start their pre-season ahead of their League Shield defence. That's on to Pereira Diaz again. Vishnu hesitated slightly. Pereira Diaz just overran it a little, trying to play Bipin. Didn't quite come for him. And eventually Indian Navy get the ball away, but Mumbai very nearly getting themselves in a position for a second goal very quickly after taking the lead.
Great defensive work once again from Indian Navy. Immediately when they see the goalkeepers beaten, one person comes to the line and everybody else just falls back. Almost getting to Vikram Pratap, but great defensive work from Navjot.
Navjot took a knock in, clearing that ball away for the corner. He will be okay though. Stewart across to take the corner. Good atmosphere in the Mumbai camp at the moment. Exciting times, of course. Awaiting their opponents in the Champions League. Here's Naguera. Over the top from Van Nif. Stewart keeps it in play, goes all the way across. Oh, I think the flag's up again. I think they're saying the ball had gone out of play there. Stewart says it didn't go out of play. Not too sure Des Buckingham's entirely convinced, although he was a long way away from it. But the goal has been disallowed. So second goal disallowed for Mumbai in this first half.
Yeah, the players weren't very happy with that decision. And in the first instance, it did look like the entire ball had not crossed the line.
Well, here it is. We'll have a look here. Now, did the whole of the ball go over the line? Yes, I think it did. Just about.
Yeah, great decision after seeing the replay. Great decision by the linesman.
That's Van Nif, whose little dink over the top it was for Greg Stewart, just overhit slightly. That was his effort that's straight into the arms of Vishnu. Van Nif, who started his career at FC Groningen in the Netherlands, was in the Puskás Academy in Hungary for the last 2 seasons, played over 100 games for them in the Hungarian league. Here it is again.
Really tight call there. If you look at it in slow motion, doesn't feel like the entire ball crossed. But Mumbai City wouldn't mind that. They still have a goal advantage, and hopefully, and they would want to have more goals in the second half.
Navjot Singh just getting a bit of a talking to from Jamal Mohammed. He had got the free kick already. Vishnu with the free kick. Van Nif's header. Pereira Diaz. Sabjit. Resilience has been shown by Indian Navy in this first half. They probably will feel a little fortunate they're only a goal down. Mumbai have had 2 goals disallowed, rightly so. Brito taking on Raul Beke, looking to get to the byline, did well. Van Nif stabs the ball away. Vikram. Pereira, Stewart rather, looking to play that reverse ball into Vikram. Wins the throw.
Almost feels like you don't need a centre-back when you have Van Nif just doing the defensive work so efficiently.
Cleared away by Pradesh. Sabjit. 6 minutes to go to half-time. Mumbai leading by a goal to 0. Scored by Jorge Pereira Diaz. Poor ball from Brito. Just lacking that little bit of quality on the final ball at the moment. Indian Navy. Here is Brito, played 9 times for North East United in the Hero ASL. Novin. Abhishek. Now Pradesh. Not too much movement going on up ahead for Indian Navy at the moment, and they've gone all the way back to Vishnu in goal.
Mumbai City also not applying a lot of pressure, not in a hurry to retrieve the ball. They're happy for Indian Navy to play the ball back. Another wasteful effort by Vishnu, just giving away the possession very cheaply to Mumbai City again.
Stewart, great ball over the top. Pereira Diaz, he's onside, touches a bit heavy. He's waiting for support. But he can't pick out blue shirt in the middle. It was Changte that was arriving, but well, Pereira Diaz again finding himself in behind the defenders.
Indian Navy playing with a very high line there, and Pereira Diaz taking full advantage of it. But good defending in the end. Could have easily been 2-0 had the ball gone through.
Vikram wins the throw. Ralbeke.
The high line can be really challenging for Indian Navy to maintain. They'll have to do a lot of running behind, because we've seen Mumbai City really like to play with those long balls and use their flanks, the pace that they have in their flank.
Changte has moved inside to play a more central role over the last few minutes or so. That's lofted over the top again towards Greg Stewart. Well, Mumbai dominating, as you would probably expect, 64 to 36% the ball possession in this first half. There's Naguera. Good challenge by Pinto. Still the pressure on for Mumbai, though, at the end of the first half. Can they add a second goal before the break? Vikram. Naguera. Stewart. Vikram just offside when that ball was played, Vikram.
Mumbai City really dominating the possession here, but we saw that yesterday as well in the game between Kerala Blasters and BFC. Clear offside from Vikram on that occasion, where Kerala Blasters dominated the possession, had majority of the chances, but still the game ended 2-2, where BFC had taken a lead in the second half, and somehow Kerala Blasters managed to come back.
Good challenge by Ralbeke and Brito.
So that would give a lot of motivation to Indian Navy. It's just 1-0 right now, and they have been going forward. They've had a few opportunities, not yet been able to test Lachempa, but would be looking to do more of that and see more of the ball in the remaining minutes and in the second half.
Brito down the line again, but it's not a great ball. It's not quite on the same wavelength in terms of those through passes at the moment, Indian Navy.
Yeah, that's the difference in quality. That final pass between the two sides has been the difference tonight. Indian Navy have been able to go and reach the attacking third, but just that final delivery has been missing.
Vikram. All the way back to Ralbeke. Don't mind going back, Mumbai. They're happy to go back to the halfway line and start again, because they haven't got those long raking diagonal balls from Ahmed Jahid to look forward to this season. But Van Nif has proved that he's Certainly a worthy replacement. Navjot keeps possession. Vivekananda. Away by Vishnu. Metab's header. Sabjit. One last chance maybe for Indian Navy at the end of the first half. Brito PM. Good pressing by Mumbai, but free kick given away for the foul on Pintu Mahata from Changte.
Physical play there by Changte. It didn't really look like a foul. It was shoulder challenge, but referee deems it a foul.
Bipin gets the ball forward, but Pereira Diaz had come back deep. 3 minutes added time then at the end of the first half. First half dominated by Mumbai, but they've only managed to make the breakthrough through that Jorge Pereira Diaz goal. 2 goals disallowed. Here come Indian Navy looking to try and capitalise at the end of the first half. Pradesh stabbed away by Van Neef. Bipin just out of the reach of Greg Stewart as he tried to keep that ball in play. So just one more game to go in this group. That comes up tomorrow as Mohammedan take on Jamshedpur. Both sides still potentially could go through in second place. A win tomorrow would put them on to 6 points. And it gets to the complicated stage with goal difference, etc., coming into account in that mini league table of all the second place teams, currently topped by Mohammedan Supergiant. They've completed their matches. Here's Navjot. Now Vivekananda. Abhishek.
Indian Navy now have a few minutes of spell of possession just before that halftime whistle. Haven't been able to really go to the attacking third. Mostly been able to keep the possession in the defensive half.
Nice little pass played back by Pintu, but just lacking the pace on it to find Pradesh, and Metab comfortably able to put that one behind. What do you think the prospective coaches, or respective coaches rather, will be saying to their teams at half-time? Abhilash knows his side are on a bit of a hiding to nothing, really, but I think Des Buckingham will be disappointed. His side have only scored 1 in this first half.
Yeah, definitely. I feel Des Buckingham would be the one who would be disappointed that they've only scored 1 goal. But we can expect a few changes in the second half. They haven't really showed the intensity, but considering that this game has nothing for them in the terms of qualifying for the next round, they're already through to the next round. Maybe that is why you don't see that intensity from the players. But Indian Navy would be happy going into the first half, into the halftime, with their performance in the first half.
And Mumbai did score 3 second half goals against Indian Navy 12 months ago in the Indian Oil Durand Cup. Brito under the challenge from Raul Beke. Haven't been really troubled in this first half. The back three of Mumbai and Perbala Chempa, the goalkeeper. Well, there goes the half-time whistle from Jamal Mohammed, and a competent performance in the first half from Mumbai. Des Buckingham's side got themselves in front in the Kolkata heat. Jorge Pereira Diaz with his 4th goal of the tournament. Changte had a goal disallowed. They had another goal disallowed as well after the ball went out of play. Half-time, Mumbai City FC leading Indian Navy by 1-0. And they'll certainly be hoping to get a few more goals in the second half as Inayat just troops away, having put a shift in. Well, here are the stats, and as you would expect, Aditi weighing very heavily down that left-hand side for Mumbai. 8 shots, 6 of them on target.
As expected, See, there are 6 shots taken by Mumbai City, have managed to keep 6 of them on target. Indian Navy, although had 38% possession, but haven't really got any shot on target and not really tested the back three or Lachenpa for Mumbai City.
Yeah, the game following a similar pattern to their performance against Jamshedpur the other day when they didn't have any shots on target in the first half in that particular game either. But Mumbai, 62% possession, as you see at the bottom. That really told its own story. 3 corners. They didn't manage to capitalise on any of those set pieces in the first half. Well, the latest match in Kolkata in the 132nd Indian Oil Durand Cup saw Mumbai City FC taking on the Indian Navy. Mumbai already through by virtue of their win over Mohammedan. Even if they were to lose and Mohammedan won their last game, they would go through on the head. It was Indian Navy that did have the first shot, though, but Mumbai really, Aditi, took control from there.
Absolutely, Mumbai City came wave after wave. Their attack, Vikram Pratap getting the start, almost gets a goal as well, but wasn't able to keep it on target. And then some good defensive work from Indian Navy to deny Mumbai City to build their advantage. This was an effort from Naguero, but a goal line clearance from Abhishek kept Indian Navy in the game. But Vishnu has been exceptional, made some really important saves here, denying Changte.
Yeah, Mumbai eventually did manage to make the breakthrough as the half wore on, and their pressure told. Bipin getting forward, and a vicious shot from Jorge Pereira Diaz to get his 4th goal of the tournament. The Argentinian continuing his good form from last season and putting Mumbai in front. That was the only goal of the first half. They will certainly hope for a few more goals in the second half as they look to finish with a 100% record. Great run from Pereira Diaz, again getting in behind the defenders, but at times Indian Navy did have to get bodies back behind the ball, which they did well, but they certainly know they've been in a game in this first 45 minutes. There's the situation then at the VYBK Stadium here in Kolkata at half-time in Group B. It's Mumbai City FC 1, Indian Navy 0. Second half to come soon.
बचपन की दोस्ती की यही कीमत है तेरी नजर में? पैसे इतने जरूरी हो गए तेरे लिए?
अपनी बीवी के कंगन बेचकर पैसे इसे दिए। इस कमीने ने वो पैसे अपने दोस्तों को देकर सब कुछ बिगाड़ दिया।
मेरे डैडी ने मुझे थप्पड़ मारा, वो भी तुम लोगों की वजह से।
तुम्हारी वजह से मुझे उल्टी आ रही है।
ये कैसे हो गया? मुझे कुछ नहीं पता।
Hi everybody. Peekaboo.
Another day of the 132nd Indian Oil Durand Cup. Brought to you by the Indian Armed Forces, supported by the government of Assam. Group E in action today. Already qualified for the quarterfinals, Chennai FC taking on Delhi FC, who are still in with a shout of making the knockouts.
The teams are ready, the players are out. All smiles.
So here's a look at the Delhi lineup, playing that preferred 4-3-3. You've got a couple of new players in. Pape, one of those from Senegal. You've got the captains out. Jordan Murray, captaining Chennai and FC. He's been around Indian football in the past. And also captaining today for Delhi FC is Gurtej Singh. Here's a look at the lineup for Chennai and FC. A total of 7 changes from that last game. Mohammad Rafi, Crivellaro gets a start. Sajal Bagh gets a start. Nithoy gets a start. Sweden Fernandez gets a start in goal. We're underway at the Indira Gandhi Athletic Stadium in Guwahati. Already qualified, Chennai and FC in their all-white kit, attacking from the left to your right of your TV screens. And in their black and grey kit, Delhi FC still in with a shout of making the quarterfinals of the 132nd edition of the Indian Oil Durand Cup. It's It started off at breakneck speed, at least from Delhi's perspective. And here's one of them who can really slow things down. Rafael Cribellero, in on goal, tries to find Ninthoi, missing for just 5 inches. Taking it, Pape Alassane Gassama from Senegal, 26 years old. Let's see what he can show. What kind of a delivery can he put in? Pape puts it in, and it's very nearly helps Delhi FC break the deadlock in the first 12 minutes. Here's the replay. Came off the head of Rafael Cribellero, and very nearly fell into the path of Barbosa. Here's Fahad. Fahad again does well. Good first touch by Fahad. Good turn by Fahad. Good positive play again from Delhi FC. Here's Pape, takes the shot. Long range shot. Didn't have enough power on it. Didn't have any direction on it. But again, worrying signs for Chennai FC. The amount of space that Delhi FC players are getting to take those shots to move the ball around. Ankit Mukherjee plays it back to Sachu Bibi, but you see the pressure that Delhi FC are putting on. Win that ball back. Here's chance for Fawad. Takes the shot. Again off target. For all the work that they're doing, or all the good work that they're doing off the ball, on the ball, when they have the chance to make that count, it just doesn't seem to be backing them. Murray does well, plays it back to Ninthoi. Patient build-up from Chennai FC. Does well to get past 2 players. The cross put in by Ninthoi didn't quite match up to the move. But good. Here's Cribellero. Cribellero does well to get past 1, does well to get past 2, and there's Rafael Cribellero! A top-class act as far as Rafael Cribellero is concerned. Has been around Indian football, and he's been around for a while now. You can see why he's been so successful. Does well to get past his mark. A beautiful first touch. Gives that fake. Cuts the ball inside, and then easily places it into the Delhi FC net.
Goal kick. This time for Chennai FC, a chance. Romario Jesuraj tries to play the ball in across onto the left flank.
Good run there by Vinci Barreto. Here's Vinci with the shot, and Vinci with the goal! He's only been on the pitch for 5 minutes, and Vinci Barreto has doubled Chennai FC's lead.
But look at that for a run. Down that left flank, getting the better of Gurteej Singh. Vinci Barreto controls it, and second time finishes into the bottom corner. The defense should have done better. Should have gotten a block. But look at that. Placed beautifully. Hitting the side netting.
How about that for a pass by Sachu Sibi?
Change in mindset and formation there for Delhi. Offside call, not given. Is that a foul? Yes, it is. Delhi gets it. Look at that. It is a foul. Akash Sangwan.
Ball put in, and it's gone into a goal. No one expected that. No one absolutely expected that. Completely against the run of play.
And look at that. Was that intentional? I don't think so. He wanted to get the ball in across, in close to the 6-yard box. Couldn't quite bend it.
Been with FC Goa, been with Chennai City, now with Chennai FC. Does well. Good combination play between Rafiq. Here's Cribellero. Does well. Lets off Jordan Murray. Good run by Jordan Murray, but no real power in that shot to disturb the goalkeeper.
Nitish does well there, but a weak effort.
Romario in with a shot at goal. Romario, you would thought that he would finish that off this time around. Got a chance a few minutes back, but again, he's failed to keep that shot on target.
He tries to get the ball into the first post, but could he have opened his body up and finish towards the second post?
Yep, Nitish Mehra has given a good account of himself. And those 2 goals really didn't have much going for him. But other than that, he's looked busy to whatever Chennai FC's thrown their way, and he's been able to the task. Here's Pape. Drills it straight to the wall, and the rebound into the hands of Samik Mitra.
Not easy for Pape to get through that wall. Easy collection for Samik Mitra. He will take his time now.
Barboza quickly takes the throw and gets the ball back. Goes for the shot, takes a good shot. Has enough power and bite in it. Ball still in play for Delhi FC. Cross put in, this time trying to find a Delhi FC player. All sorts of things happening in the Chennai FC box.
Barboza unleashing that shot from far out. He does cut in, 22 yards away from goal. The goalkeeper does well. Munmun Lagun with that quality cross in the box. A deflection, a defensive header gone wrong. But the keeper was ready again.
Meanwhile, you can see Jordan and Crivellero trying to run out time now, telling the referee it's about time you pull the final whistle. And the referee has blown the final whistle. 2-1 to Chennai FC, who march on to the quarterfinals of the Durand Cup.
Hi, everybody. Peekaboo.
We run the street and two. That's still keep free come through. All in the man, they're ready for war. You can never test me. Be my team.
This is gonna be fun.
Victory.
बचपन की दोस्ती की यही कीमत है तेरी नजर में? पैसे इतने जरूरी हो गए तेरे लिए?
अपनी बीवी के कंगन बेचकर पैसे इसे दिए। इस कमीने ने वो पैसे अपने दोस्तों को देकर सब कुछ बिगाड़ दिया।
मेरे डैडी ने मुझे थप्पड़ मारा, वो भी तुम लोगों की वजह से।
तुम्हारी वजह से मुझे उल्टी आ रही है।
ये कैसे हो गया? मुझे कुछ नहीं पता।
Movies are dreams. What kind of movie are we gonna make? In this family, it's the scientists versus the artists. Sammy's on my team, takes after me.
You can't just love something, you also have to take care of it.
Hi, everybody. Peekaboo. Yo, son of a...
Pick up a package, bring it back.
We run the street and two. That's still keep free come through.
All right, Evelyn, let's deliver this package.
Be my team.
This is gonna be fun.
तो करना पड़ेगा ना डार्लिंग।
4 खून जैसे फोटोकॉपियां और कोई फर्क नहीं। आपने पहले कभी ऐसा केस एक्सपीरियंस किया है?
एक्सपीरियंस? हम क्यों माने कि इस केस का पहला खून मर्डर?
It's the 132nd Indian Oil Durand Cup, and we're at the VYBK Stadium, the Salt Lake Stadium in Kolkata, for the penultimate match in Group B as Mumbai City FC take on Indian Navy, and a single goal from Jorge Pereira Diaz is the difference between the two sides at the halfway point. Mumbai have already booked their place in the quarterfinals, whatever the result here. Indian Navy just playing for pride, just down at the bottom of the table, having lost their opening 2 matches. 1 or 2 of the locals have come to watch a bit of live football here. Of course, it has been a bit of a feast of football around these parts over the last few weeks or so. And we're grateful for the Indian Armed Forces and the government of West Bengal for their organisation of this tournament in this area. Mumbai are making a change at the start of the second half. They're taking off Vikram. They're bringing on Sanjeev Stalin. Let's see how that's going to work. But it looks as though I think they might go to a flat back 4 in this second half with Stalin going in at full back, Aditi.
Yeah, we expected some changes in the second half, and I did mention that there could be some changes on the flank, and that's exactly what's happened. Vikram Pratap making way for Sanjeev Stalin, who's had the opportunity in the previous matches as well. So maybe, like you said, Mark, we can see a flat back four, maybe Van Neef would get a more attacking role. Because in the first half, we could see the back three where Van Neef was in the center.
Chempa is going through his routine ahead of the second half. Yeah, you would imagine Sanjeev Stalin will drop in at left back. Probably go 4-3-3 with Nguera, Apoya and Stewart in the middle. Changte, Pereira, Diaz and Bipin as that front three. Mumbai had chances in that first half, had a couple of goals disallowed, but Des Buckingham will want to keep the momentum going. Abalash knows this could be a damage limitation exercise in the second half. Jamal Mohammed is the referee. No yellow cards issued in that first half as we get underway. It's Indian Navy in the white, kicking from left to right in the second half. Had to put up a bit of a rear guard against the Mumbai attack in that first half. Sanjeev Stalin, who's came on in the last match with 19 minutes to go against Jamshedpur. So they have signed Akash Mishra for the coming season from Hyderabad, not in the matchday squad today. Craig Stewart's just taken a little bit of a knock there.
Impressive size of the shin guards there for Stewart. I wonder how much that will save the shin.
Yeah, they seem to get smaller and smaller, don't they, the shin pads? There's Novin going crossfield. Bounces away from Changte, who recovers well and will show a clean pair of heels. Say here, Lalizola Changte. It's Vivekananda that's gone across. Laguera, lovely first-time ball to Bipin. Three blue shirts swarming in the middle. Good defending into the arms of Vishnu as Bipin tried to head that one back across. And well, the first meaningful attack of the second half for Des Buckingham's side leads to Vishnu grabbing the ball eagerly.
You can immediately see the difference in Changte, the kind of space Changte is getting now to move forward.